So today I've got my hands on a new small convertible yoga style laptop. Now this is the One-Netbook A1 Pro, and what's immediately special about this laptop is the fact that it's so compact in size, weighing only 550 grams, making it one of the lightest laptops I have tested in recent times. You have a 7-inch IPS capacitive touchscreen, it's full HD resolution and supports a sensitivity level of 2048, which means you can pick up an optional stylus to go with it. Now the display can be rotated 180 degrees clockwise, and it can even be folded back flat for a tablet-like experience. Also, the dimensions of this little beast: 173 millimeters in width, 136 millimeters in height. It's 19 millimeters thick, and it weighs only 550 grams. Now, quick look what you get inside the box. So you've got an envelope which contains your user manual and quick start guide. You've got a high quality braided Type-C to Type-C cable, and a 45 watt Type-C charger included. And last but not least, you get the A1 Pro mini laptop itself. Now the A1 Pro is made from a combination of aluminium and plastic, and the overall build quality does feel quite robust and very well made. Now there is no branding or logos anywhere on the unit, which can be a good thing. It means you can stick your own stickers on the back. Now quick look at the ports. You have a speaker grill, micro SD card slot and a headphone jack. And on the back we have a native RS-232 serial port, some ventilation, a micro HDMI port, that's HDMI 1.4. There's two full-size USB 3 ports. You've got a gigabit LAN. You've got a lanyard hole on the corner of the unit. And on the other side, you have a USB Type-C 4.0 port, which supports fast charging, data transfer, and 4K output. And you've got another speaker grill. So this laptop does display 4K output, and you can do it via the micro HDMI or the USB Type-C on the side. Now on the back of the unit, you will find some ventilation, some rubber feet, and you'll also see two holes so you can hook up a standard VESA mount, so 75 millimeters times 75 millimeters. Now we do have a QWERTY keyboard, but the keys are quite crammed together. I definitely can't touch type on this, and I'm still getting used to the keys, but the keys themselves do feel quite comfortable to type on, giving you plenty of travel. And it's also a backlit keyboard, which is another plus point, and you can switch off those lights quite easily. And you've got other various multimedia functions, so you can turn the fan on and off from the keyboard as well. So I just switched the fan on right there. And while we do have those fans going, we may as well test the fan noise out. So here is my sound meter. So you can expect around 47 to 48 decibels of fan noise. You are also getting a built-in infrared mouse button, which is very usable and responsive, with left and right mouse buttons to go with it. And the power button itself has a very useful built-in fingerprint reader, which lets you log in super fast without needing to type in passwords. Now there is one piece of hardware that's missing from this laptop, which would have been very useful to have, and that's a web camera. I wish they included even a basic web camera, even in the bezels or in between the hinges. Definitely useful to be able to do your Zoom and Skype calls on a mini laptop of this type. Yes, of course, I've got full-size USB ports. I can plug in a webcam, but it just would have been so much more convenient to have a webcam built in. Now the 7-inch IPS panel is bright and sharp, nice to look at, but you do have some bezels going all the way around. But aesthetically, I do like the design and look of this laptop. Now the A1 Pro is powered by the Intel Core i5-1130G7 quad core, clocked at 1.1 GHz and with a turbo of up to 4 GHz. You have integrated graphics with the Intel Iris Xe, and this unit has 8 gigs of DDR4 RAM and a 512 gig SSD. Now you also have the option to pick this up with an i7 with up to 16 gigs and 1 terabyte SSD. So a few different options are available. Now general performance of the i5 version is very good. I've experienced no lag at any point during my tests, and the laptop is good for general office applications, gaming, web browsing, social media, watching videos and movies, and even light editing work. The 1130G7 is pretty capable chip and it handled everything I threw at it with ease. Now my gaming experience was also not bad. I was able to play GTA V in HD resolution with graphics set to normal, and I was achieving around 40 to 45 FPS, and the game was actually quite playable with no issues. And to further test the performance, we're going to do a bit of emulation beginning with Switch. So let's see what happens. So as you guys just saw, Nintendo Switch emulation works, but it's a little bit slow, a little bit laggy. So you can see frame drops as well. So I think it's struggling with Nintendo Switch, or specifically this game that I've chosen. Now this is not designed to be a gaming laptop. I was simply testing its performance. So that should give you an idea of what this is capable of. I also like the fact that you can attach a single USB-C cable, which will allow you to mirror your display on the big screen. So this opens the doors to many possibilities. You can attach an external keyboard and mouse, wireless, and then you've got a full PC experience on the big screen. Now I especially enjoyed game streaming on this mini laptop, as you do have a solid Wi-Fi connection. You've got Wi-Fi 6, and there is also Bluetooth version 5, so you can attach your Bluetooth controllers. So quick demo of game streaming. I'm actually going to start with PlayStation Remote Play. So we're going to try connecting to our PlayStation 5. Got my DualShock 4 attached. I'm remote playing my PlayStation 5 directly to this laptop connected to a big screen monitor. And there you go. And it's working absolutely fine. I'll load up a game very quickly.
The Franks dragged our Jarl Cynric from his bed and gutted him like a coward. Met the end beneath his iron hoofs. He hates them almost as much as I do.
You placed the carving at Cynric's grave.
You can also play your PlayStation Now games on this mini laptop, and again hook it up to the big screen. So you can use any game streaming service on this, exactly how I am. That includes Google Stadia and the Xbox game streaming service. They're all going to work fine. I'm not going to show you all of them working, but I've given you a few examples.
Thanks.
Now this laptop also has a built-in cooling system consisting of a copper heat conductive pipe and a cooling fan to optimize the airflow. You have intelligent temperature control offering efficient heat dissipation, keeping the system running cool. And yes, you can hear that fan noise, but it does turn itself on and off as required. And you also have the controls on the keyboard to switch off that fan noise when you don't need it. Now the A1 Pro has a 6000 mAh battery, and whilst playing games like GTA 5, I managed around 2 hours of battery life. Now with normal use, so web browsing, office application, or watching videos on YouTube, you can expect around 4 hours of battery life. And if you put the laptop in battery saver mode, you can then achieve up to 6 hours of battery life, depending on what you're doing. Now the A1 Pro does support fast charging, and a 45-watt fast charger is included in the box for your convenience. And you can also use a power bank to charge this laptop. Now throughout all my tests, I experienced a solid Wi-Fi connection with Wi-Fi 6, and there is also Bluetooth version 5.0 built in, and as a bonus you're also getting that gigabit LAN, so very good connectivity and expansion. Windows 11 comes pre-installed, activated and ready for you to use, and the OS does feel very well defined and snappy in operation. I have not experienced any lag whilst using this laptop, apart from when I tried to emulate Nintendo Switch games. A little bit of lag in that situation, as the graphics chip is a bit underpowered to emulate something like the Nintendo Switch. Other than that, for everyday tasks, this laptop does perform very well. Now I have surfed the web, I've shopped online, I've watched lots of online videos and movies, so overall experience for multimedia is quite nice, but I do have to mention that the speaker volume does not get very loud. So slightly underwhelmed by the speakers, but I do find myself using Bluetooth earbuds or headphones for a better sound experience. So let's quickly check out some benchmarks. So on Cinebench we achieved a multi-core score of 2213. And this mini laptop achieved a CPU pass mark score of 10,226. So there you have it, guys. That was the One-Netbook A1 Pro. This is their most recent, latest model. And here are my thoughts. I really do like the build quality, design and performance this mini laptop offers. I love the display and the really nice rotating hinge. I was able to use this laptop for more or less any task. It handled gaming, 1080p video editing and general office applications very well. Now I really like how lightweight, portable and compact this unit is, and also the responsiveness of that touchscreen. Hinge feels very solid, nothing feels cheap or flimsy. It's a very well made laptop. Now the few issues I found that could be deal breakers for some are the poor speaker quality and volume. Now fortunately you can hook up your own sound system via the audio jack, or you have the built-in Bluetooth. So it's a shame that importance was not given to the speaker quality. Now it's quite strange to see a new generation laptop with no webcam included. So that is a bit of a letdown. It means you need to connect a USB webcam if you want to do any sort of video conferencing. Other than that, display is nice. You've got backlit keyboard, and I also like the IR mouse button, which is very responsive. Cooling system is quite efficient and effective, and the fingerprint reader is absolutely spot on. So I'm really glad they included that. So bottom line, this mini laptop is good if you're someone who needs portability and performance to handle everyday tasks, with the added benefit of full-size USB 3 and a native RS-232 serial port, which I have not seen on any laptop of this size. So generally a good everyday laptop for office, business, students, etc. If you want something small, this is a great little unit. However, if you're into multimedia and webcam streaming, then lack of webcam and speaker volume may not impress you. Battery life is also average, 6,000 milliamp hours and around 3 to 4 hours of typical use. And also I do need to mention that the price is also on the higher side. Yes, this is a special niche product and there's not much competition right now in the small powerful netbook market, but needless to say, for this price you can certainly get a more powerful gaming laptop or PC, although it won't be small and cute like the One-Netbook A1 Pro. So that concludes my review. I hope you found it useful. Any questions, you know what to do. Meanwhile, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.